What's up, guys? Crypto Toilet here again. My name is known as Adifem GC, and definitely some people know me as Simple J, while others know me as Crypto Toilet. All right. So today, I just quickly want to show you something I discovered, and that is as a result of a question which a member of our group on WhatsApp asked me. Like for the past few weeks, I've been trying to do video teaching you guys how to declare the coin that can rock pool, because the truth is. You might be seeing that I'm doing more video of Roku, Shalaye, Roku. The reason is it's better. Definitely, there's money in Shalaye, definitely, but the issue we are currently facing is too much fraud, scam. All right, and it is very, very necessary that we know how to catch these bad guys, and we definitely we know how to prevent getting scammed or rug pulled by these people, and that is why I've been trying to teach you guys. And from my previous video, I think I taught you guys. If you go to my YouTube videos, I think I did a video back then on how to detect coin that will rock pool. All right. I did a video on how to check a coin that will rock pool. Okay, and if you come to my YouTube channel right here, all right, you see I did a video on how to check if LP is locked. I know many did not watch it actually, so I will continue from that video to explain some things again, so I won't go back anymore. All right, because I showed Uniswap that day and I explained what Uniswap is meant for. So be sure to watch this particular video, all right, if you have the time. And again, in your own best interest, it's better you watch this video on what to avoid before buying shitty coin. All right, it's also teach how to avoid. It also shows you how to prevent falling victim of rug pull. You have to understand the basis of all these videos before you understand, because the video I'll be doing now is a continuation to the previous video, and the video I want to show you guys today is a video on is actually a video on how to um, check if an LP is actually locked, all right, and how to check LP, liquidity pool token. All right, I believe you know what liquidity pool token is. I want to show you guys now where to spot liquidity pool token, and when you spot it, what to do. All right, and how to really check if truly the liquidity pool is actually burnt, the LP token is actually burnt or locked. Yeah, because I was because when somebody asked me, I had to do some research and I came across how to definitely check. Really, I want to show you. And with this and the previous video which I've done, if you can connect everything together, then it is now left for you to decide if you want somebody to rock you, because then you will know if this token, you will know what to expect from that token. All right, you will know what to expect from that token. So please make sure you watch videos on this specific video which I point to this specific video. Make sure you watch it, one, and crypto rockpool check, all right, which I did 5 days ago. Also make sure you check this as well, all right. Watch this as well, all right. So in your own best interest, I will just advise you, all right, to take your time. Okay, I will just advise you, take your time and watch this video, these three videos is right here. Just take your time and watch them, so that you will know what to expect. Me, I know what to expect now, so definitely I'm not afraid anymore. So, but you just take your time to watch this Pancakeswap liquidity, war on wrong, wicked deal, destroy smart contract, crypto rock check. All right, try to watch it and let me see whether there's another rock do which I did again. All right, how to check a coin that will rock pull. Okay, this as well. This is the rock. This is our rock pull check. This two. All right. Watch the 4 video. The video might be long, eh? but just try to dedicate your time to watch it, and also watch this as well. This want to make times 20. Avoid this before buying any coin. All right, watch that as well. Okay, so once you watch all those ones I pointed out for you, so start by first watching this. Want to make times 20, start by first watching, because this is the first 3 weeks ago I did this particular one. All right, watch this one. After you watch that one on Rock Pulu, I think I will have to bring the links out. I will have to bring the links out. Check this video description. I will help you to arrange the link of the video you need to watch. All right, upward. Then the latest one which you will now watch is this particular one which I'm doing. I will help you to arrange it, because this is first. All right, this first one. All right, this particular one first is what you need to watch. One, then followed by um, this, followed by this. Um, all right, this two, followed by this three, followed by this four. Then this one I'm currently doing when I'm showing you now. So how are we going to check liquidity pool token? This is it. I want to use FTS, the tokens we all have. We are happy to invest in the FTX football. The football, what are they calling the names? The football stars, and what are they calling the name? I want to use that as example. We want to check the liquidity provider of these tokens. We want to do something to actually know what is going on with the token. Is the liquidity locked? Can we find LP token in the account of the deal? So let's go. So here is it. How can we find liquidity pool token? First, I told you that when you get the smart contract of any account, this is the smart contract of this account, then we head straight to binance.com rather. Normally, then we paste the smart contract here, we paste it here, then we search. Then definitely to bring all this token out. Definitely if you're on mobile, you might not see your own video because I'm now recording on PC. So the next thing we have to do is we head straight to this token tracker, this thing that shows the name, because you actually want to go and see number of orders. And if you look at this place, we can't see number of orders, we can only see transactions. So what's going to happen? We just head straight to this FTS, then we'll click on FTS right there. So once you click on FTS right there, all right, so it will bring us to this place where we can see the transfer. All right, we can see this transfer. You can see orders. Then we ask that we should transfer. We should head straight to orders. Then once we head straight to orders, then when we check the liquidity, you can see from here that there is liquidity here. All right, so from here it means two LP token was generated from this thing, because these two are liquidities. All right, these two are liquidities, and the liquidities formed LP token. When they are liquidity, that's why I asked you to watch this particular video, this Pancakeswap liquidity. This is the reason why I asked you guys to watch this specific one. So it will explain how everything works. We have idea of how everything works. I bet you just go and watch it. So after watching it, we explain what I want to do here. So now you will see this is true. But you will notice that in the previous week, when we talked about this coin for group 4, I talked about this coin, when you bring this coin, you see that you notice that it was one liquidity that was there. Just this. But now when we are checking it, we have two. So why is this? All right, I will explain it to you. The reason why you see this 2 here is because this code, the code they use in creating this token is the same thing like what are they calling it? It's the same thing as safemoon token. All right, it's the same thing as safemoon token actually though. So what actually happened to the code is the same thing like safemoon token. But the reason why we're actually seeing this is because another LP is being generated. The reason is this. At first, all right. Yeah, okay. The reason why we are seeing this actually, is either the div of this wallet, all right, has listed this coin on 2 exchange. Yeah, maybe Pancakeswap, and maybe we have bakeryswap and julswap. So if you try to look for FTS, I don't know their website though. I think I don't really know their website. Football, let's see, football. Let's see if you can actually see it. Football star. Let's see if you can actually see their website, because so I want to show you. Okay, this is a football stars token. So let's see if I can actually get it. Okay, this is their website. Let's see what their website looks like. Let's see. We talked about the coin and I posted that you guys should buy it definitely, but I want to check something to see if they have enough details on their website. Right, first, I don't like the design of their website though, but that aside, NFT commission, I don't really like the way they design their website. So let me just check something. Pancakeswap, alright. Yup. Okay, let's go back. So this is two liquidities though, alright. This is two liquidity, alright. So this was the first liquidity, alright. You can see it here. So that aside, we don't need that. So what we want to actually check is LP token. So I will still come back to explain why this is this. So what I want to actually talk about is this. Now, I want to check LP. I told you then that when you come to these orders, maybe you check this thing, you check everything like this, and you see that okay, after the two liquidities, they did not burn any, but the first person has 2.3% is still okay. 1, 1, 1. They could still be the thief or a friend to the thief actually. So the next thing I ask you guys to do is to come to rights contract. All right. When you come to the rights contract, then you try to check. You want to check if there's a main function. All right. Then we could scroll down to see there's a main function. Right. We see that there's a lock function here, meaning they've locked this token. This token was locked. All right. This token was locked. But this token was locked, and liquidity was locked, rather not token. Liquidity, when you say anything like locked, then liquidity was locked. But how many liquidity was locked, we don't know. There's two ways to verify it, which I'll be showing you. The first one might not work, but definitely the second one will work. And we have to look for mint function as well. We are trying to scan down whether we say anything like mint. All right, there's no mint, and we have to see unlock. All right, there's what we call transfer of ownership. All right, there's transfer of ownership. Let's scroll up. Let's see whether ownership is renounced. Okay, renounce ownership. Ownership is renounced. If ownership was not renounced, at this place, definitely you will see a wallet address of the ownership of the owner there. Let me check read contract first. I want to confirm something first. Okay. Ownership is not renounced. All right. If we want to confirm if ownership is renounced or ownership is not renounced, we have to come to read contract. All right. To check if ownership is renounced, we come down. All right. We have to come down. We will come down. Now, ownership is not renounced. All right. Ownership is not renounced because this is the owner. Right. So ownership is not renounced. If ownership is renounced, you won't see the owners. You won't see this thing there as the owner. All right. The fact that this person, this thing is showing the owner. All right. It's telling us the owner, the ownership of this token is not renounced. All right. Definitely not all coins ownership will be renounced down. The reason is this, because they are trying to, FTS is a serious project and they are trying to definitely create something good, but they might not renounce ownership. But some people, maybe some meme coins might renounce ownership. Though the reason why people renounce ownership, the reason why they renounce ownership, truly this person should have renounced ownership. The reason why they renounce ownership is what? So that they won't be able to manipulate the transaction fee, because if you still have access, if as the fact that they still have access to this token, what ownership really means is access to some certain functions like what are they calling it? Fees, transfer fees. All right, they will be, if somebody still have access to token, the person can at a point be able to change the fee. All right, you know when you want to sell, there's a fee. They charge you fee. There's a fee. There's percentage fee. Let me show you what I mean by that. Let me go to pig. Keep token.finance. I want to show you something. All right, so when you come to pig, you scroll down here. They write something here at the features. All right, you see they said continuous rising floor. 3% of every transaction is locked as liquidity in the Pancakeswap pool, creating an ever rising floor. All right. When you come to this place, okay, they say 2% of all transactions are distributed to holders. All right. What this means is that's why you see that whenever anybody sells, they usually tax your transaction. All right, your transaction will be taxed, and what actually happens is 10%, or depending on the percent they charge, they set. I don't know their own, but definitely everybody has percentage. If they set 10%, that means like safemoon said 10%, 10%. It means 10%, 5% of out of the transaction. If you are trying to sell a coin, 10% will be charged from that coin you want to sell. All right, that 10% that is charged, 5% of it, all right, will be depending on how they develop the token. It's two ways. Some, the way they develop their own, 10% will be sent to the burnt address and it will be burnt automatically, decreasing the total supply. While the other 10% will be shared among the members holding that particular coin. So you see your coin increasing. Let's say you have 1,000 coins. By the time you go and check it, you might have seen 1,100 or 1,000, depending on the percentage you have. If the percentage of coin you hold in your wallet is 50%, then out of that 5% that will be distributed to all holders, 50% of that 5%, which is 2.5, will be given to you. That is if you are holding 50% of the total supply of the token. But if the percentage you are holding is 0.2222%, then out of that 5% that will be distributed among holders, your own percentage of that percent is 0.22222. That is how it works. The second way it works is if another coin is the way safemoon build their own is if a 10% is charged, out of the 10% that is charged for trying to sell the coin, a 10% will be removed from that. 10% of the token will be removed. 5% of it will be distributed among holders, like I explained. The remaining 5 will be automatically added as liquidity pool back to Pancakeswap automatically, giving us enough liquidity so that for every seconds or anytime a user sells the token, all right, some part of the token will be distributed to holder, some part of the token will be automatically added to liquidity pool. And once it's added to liquidity pool, automatically it will generate an LP token. And that LP token, all right, the LP token will be sent to the div wallet account, all right. Then the div can either lock it or burn it, all right. So that is how it works. So I want to show you something now that this token, and don't forget, the div, if they did not renounce ownership, they can still go back and adjust the transaction fee, maybe like 5%, or maybe like you can adjust it to 10% or even higher, or decrease it, right? So, but anybody that have renounced ownership won't be able to change the percentage again. So it has advantage and disadvantage, because if they want to run some pre-sale, at first they won't revoke ownership, because if you want to run pre-sale using DXs or Uniswap, you must turn off that feature of tax. It is after you are done with the pre-sale, you will now enable it back, all right? So after they've enabled it, they can now decide to either renounce ownership in the sense that they won't be able to change it again, or they still hold on to the ownership so that they will be able to adjust the fee, the percentage fee. Maybe if members are complaining and they want to listen to them, they can now adjust it, all right? So that is how this can work. But that is not why we are here is what? And you can see here, Pancakeswap router. So this Pancakeswap router is responsible for where the other percentage of the token once a user sell will be redistributed to automatically to create LP. So whenever you sell any FTS, 10%, maybe 10% will be charged, or depending on the percentage they sell, it will be charged from you. 5% out of it will be distributed to everyone that is holding, will be shared among everyone that is holding FTS, and the remaining 5 will be automatically sent to this Pancakeswap router. It will use it to create this Pancakeswap router is responsible for holding liquidity pool. All right, it's I explained liquidity pool in my previous video. So it is the one that the other 5% will be splitted half will be in BNB and half will be in FTS tokens, will be automatically used to add liquidity, and LP token will be generated and sent to this person's wallet address, this person's wallet address. All right. So now I want to check. So after explaining all this, so now how do we check this person's LP, whether LP has been locked or blah 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 blah? Well, the first thing is, if you have their website or you have their Telegram, you have to go and ask them that, see, is LP logged? If they say yes, LP is logged, you say, give me the links to it. If they give you, fine. You can see that from Uniswap, I was able to dictate, when I come to Uniswap right there, I was able to dictate that this FTS, this thing is locked. And from here, you can see that 71% of this thing is locked. All right. So they told us that, now you can see from here, total liquidity tokens, 221,474,042. All right. Then total liquidity pool locked, 19,696,354. Now they've locked it, but the question is it all the liquidity they really lock? Fine. Although they locked this 19% blue. So if we minus 19 from this, do the math and see how many that mean. But if we minus 19 from this, all right, let's do our math. Let's do our math. Let's do math. Let me bring out my calculators. All right. I just want us to do a math because I will still show you how to check it because not all tokens are locked on Uniswap. You know, I explained in my previous videos that there are different places that they do lock liquidity. Don't forget, there are different places that they do lock liquidities. You know, I explained that to you that there are different places that they do lock liquidity. All right. So, my battery is down. I explained to you that there are different places they do lock liquidity. All right. So, let's quickly do. All right, I won't be able to do the calculation because my battery is down. So I just quickly want to show you so that we end this video on time before my laptop down. So if you minus this 21 million from this, you will get the remaining the remaining LP that is left. So where is the LP? One, the admin is supposed to either burn it, right, or go and lock it as well. But he left it in his account. But I just want to quickly show you how to spot any tokens, if their liquidity is locked or not. How to spot it is this. When you come to this transfer, you come to this order, the next thing you have to head straight to this place that it says contract address. Click on the contract address. Once you click on the contract address, all right, once you click on the contract address, you will see where the right contract creator. You can see this is on your phone, so don't worry. You will see where the right contract creator, right? Once you see the contract creator, click on it, all right? Once you click on the contract creator, now it will take you to his wallet. All right, once you take it to his wallet, all right, you will see this thing. Click on this token. You will see where the right token. You will see it. Now scroll down. Can you see that Pancake LP is in this wallet? You can see the Pancake LP. So now if you check any coin and you see these Pancake LPs in their wallet like this, now it's two things. One, it is risky. The reason is it is not risky for FTS. Why? Because the 91% of the token of FTS has been locked, and the main one that they left is what is showing here. And this thing will continue increasing. Don't let all this pass. The reason is the more people sell FTS token, do transaction on Pancakeswap. I told you that 55% is being generated as LP automatically. That LP that is being generated on Pancakeswap, the LP token will be sent to the D wallet. So these things here you see will be increasing. You can see from this video that you are seeing 1,495,203. By the time after watching this video finish, you will go and check it. You will see that it should not be 1,495,000. It would have increased because the more people are doing transaction of FTS, the way they code the smart contracts, the more this LP will keep increasing in this person's wallet. And number one, what it's supposed to do is the more this thing is increasing, it's supposed to go and be locking it automatically. It's supposed to go and lock it or continue burning it. But because this LP you are seeing here is money, if it goes to Pancakeswap and remove it in a money, so what it's supposed to do is he's supposed to be locking this thing manually. That is the issue. That is what caused argument between War Rock back then and safemoon, although War Rock finally rocked it. So that is the same with FTS. Although this thing is small now, but you know, is 1 year. They said the other one, this one they told us that it's 1 year that this one we use. From here you can see that this one will be available in 2020 in a year. But before that 1 year, this LPs here will continue increasing because all of us will continue doing transactions, selling, buying FTS, selling, buying. I'm not saying they are scam, they are not scam because they've proven that to be real. They've locked it. But what I'm saying is this thing will be increasing. So check other coins that way, all right? Check other coins the way I'm teaching you here. Check other coins for the SLP. Once you see this thing, now how to know if this LP is locked or not? Let's say we do not even know that FTS LP is locked. How are we going to know if it's locked? Once you head straight to this place and you see Pancake LP's cake, that is the LP token. If you click on, if you see it on any wallet, any of the tokens, so if you click on it, it will now bring you to a page like this. Now, this page which it will bring you to, it will now show you total supply LP. You will see that total supply LP is what? 21,495,115 total supply. Now, if you come back, if you compare with this Uniswap, you will see that it's almost the same. You can see it's 21,474,000. This one is what? 21,495,000. This is because I told you that the more transaction you do, initially when Uniswap first locked when FTS first locked the LP, it was 21 million. But as we started doing transactions, everybody started selling. You know, they started removing 5% from LP and use it as LP automatically. So this total LP will continue increasing. So, and this one has not synchronized because if you scroll it, will tell you that Pancakeswap version 2 is down. Value not determinable. So this thing has not synchronized to this new total here. You can see that this total here and this total that they are showing is almost the same. You can see it. Now, how do we know? Imagine that we did not know that these people they lock it on Uniswap, but how do we know that this LP is actually locked somewhere or burnt? If any deal promise you that the LPs are locked or it is burnt, how you will know is once you get to this place and you see the total supply. First, you have to check total supply of the LP. If they tell you that total supply of the LP is this, now the one that is in account, how many is it compared with the total supply? If this is total supply, 21 million. You know, you can see that from FTS 21. This is the total supply. Now you will now scroll down a bit. All right, scroll down a bit, scroll down a bit, scroll down a bit. See this place, you see where the right balance. This is the remaining one of the LP. You can see that the LP left here is what? 1,498,1,498,269. This is the remaining balance of the LP. So from here, we can say that yes, truly, this LP is locked. Why? Because the total LP is what? Well, the total LP is what? The total LP of this thing is what? Is what? The total LP is what? 2 million, 21 million plus. All right. Now the balance here is how much? The balance here is how much? The balance here is how much? The balance here is what? 1 million left. So that means something has happened to this LP. Where is it? Where did this LP go? Now we can't just assume that this LP is locked too, because it could be that the admin transferred it to another wallet so that we won't know to dupe us, so that it will not transfer later and scam us. So what is going to happen is this. So since we see balance here and we see total here and we see balance here, so something has happened. All right, it means the LP, something has happened to it. We will now ask ourselves question: where did this LP go? It is total here, but we see balance here, so that we'll be sure. We have to come and check all these transactions right here. All right, you can see that it's in. We are seeing. You can see this thing is 000. You can see 13 seconds, 40 seconds. What is currently happening is people are selling on Pancakeswap. They are trading FTS. So FTS is automatically generating LPs to the Pancakeswap router automatically. That is why you see this is 000, which is born address. Yes, this is the address too. When this is the same address that generates LP as well. When they want to generate LP as well, this is the same address that generates LP. All right. The same thing. So, but you can see that it's in. We are seeing, and this in is to what? Is to this div wallet address. You can see to the contract creator address. That means the LPs are automatically going back. You can see these are LPs though. They are automatically going back to this div address. You can see that this is the div address. You can see it. If you go and check top folders, you see that this is still the same address. So LPs are going there, small LPs. In the next 1 year, this LP will be much. Although FTS are not scammers, but if it was scam, we have to be, and we are seeing all this, we have to be sensitive about it. We have to ask ourselves, we have to be serious. We do not need to take these things with light ends, because it means LP are going back to the wallet, and the admin is supposed to at least either burn it or lock it, because the more, although it has advantage or disadvantage, sometimes they can use these same LPs on, if they want to list on another exchange, so another maybe julswap or co. But the thing is, they are supposed to be burning this LP, because they can go and remove it from Pancakeswap. LP is money. So we can see that LPs are going to this wallet now. Now, from what I said here, you can see that balance LP was here, total was this, and this is the remaining balance. So it means something has happened to this LP. There's something has been deducted. About 20 million has been deducted from this LP. So where does the 20 million go? Now we can determine that this LP is definitely locked. You can see it's locked. Or, I told you that how to know if a token is locked as well. If a token is locked as well, I showed you that day too now. That we can come to the BS scan and go to the right. We will be able to know. So let's say we oh god, let's say we come to I don't want my laptop to die. All right, let's say I showed you out the right option now, where we see mint and cool, where we see mint and some other what are they calling it? Where we see mint and some other tokens. All right. So I believe I showed you where we see mint and some other tokens. So from there, you will see lock. So if you see lock, you will know that okay, fine. This token is locked. This token is locked. You will see that okay, fine. This token is definitely locked. So we know that the token is definitely locked. Let me quickly show you. Those guys you called ones, that means say you love them with that. Checking, judging by your call history, those guys you called twice, that means you love them with that.
I never called them twice.
But let's hear.
In fact,
Good.
yeah.
How work?
It's fine. I thank God.
How many you do? How many you do? How many you do?
I live like one person say it does it. That's it.
So, like I was saying, I've charged my phone and I can. Sorry, my laptop, my laptop battery was down, so it turned off. Just, I just switch it on back. So now, what was I doing there? Okay, like I was saying, back then once we click on what was I even saying? Okay. Um, Once we click on FTS, once we click on FTS, all right, let me reload. So, like I was saying, um, from here, and we click on orders initially, we do come to write contract, and we do come to check if there is main function or locked and everything. So whenever you scroll, you can see lock. When we see this thing, then it means that the coin is actually locked, right? So the next thing we have to do, we click on the contract, all right? Then once you click on the contract, then we see contract creator, we click on it. So once you click on the contract creator, you will see this. Once you click on it, you will see Pancakeswap. You could see what I'm telling you, that the thing has increased from the previous 1,004. So because transactions keep going on, and people, the more you sell, liquidity LPR automatically generated. Liquidity will be automatically generated as well. Although I like the concept of liquidity automatically being generated, because it will make sure the liquidity in the pools are much. All right. So from here, you could see that the total this thing here has increased as well from 21 for something to, you can see the total supply, the liquidity supplies are here, then the remaining balance is here. So it means something has been deducted. About 20 million liquidity has been deducted. All right. Now the question is, where did the 20 million liquidity goes? But because from the right we're able to see that there is lock of function, that means it's been locked. But if the div claims that it's been burnt, all right, then we have to do something. Even while the div say it's been locked, though we saw locks off there, but how many liquidity were locked? We can dictate from here by minusing this one from this. Then we can dictate the amount of liquidity locked from there. But we can't just assume all of them are locked. So what if the liquidity was sent? So we have to scroll down and check this thing. This is in, this is in. We have to check if there is any form of out. All right. We have to check if there's any form of maybe out. Okay, we must check if there is any form of out there. So I mean, normally, let's say let's say this is, we did not know the website. This one we already know the website. There's no point checking for this website. But if it was another coin that we don't know whether the thing is locked or anything, so what we have to do is we just have to come to the last here, right? We just have to come to the last. So if once we come to the last, we know that this is the beginning of this um this is the beginning of these LPs. Okay, so from there we can detect that this is the beginning of these LPs. Then we can check if there's any form of out. To check if we see any form of out, maybe LP was sent out, then we just try to track the LPs that was sent out. So that is how to check if an LP, so if an LP has been burnt or not. If an LP is burnt, then we should see out. If an LP is burnt, we see out, then we see to, in this side it will be 00. This 0 will be here. Then this place that shows here will be this will be here. This will switch. if this LP was burned, this 0.2 here will be here, this 0.000 will be the other at the right, the main div wallet will be at the left. That means the div sending to the burnt address, but this LP was not burned, but it was logged, because we could confirm from here that it was logged, all right? And we could see that we are only a small LP here. The amount of LP here is nothing, it's just small, so it cannot really affect, even if the div remove it, but it cannot really affect, because this is just 1 million, cannot really affect the price of the token that much though. But for the next 1 year, if this thing keep on increasing, we know that if it keeps on increasing like this, I know it cannot hit 20 million though, but at the point, the div still need to lock part of these LPs to give investors confidence, all right? So that is just how it is. And let's do some example. And again, I want to show you something again. If we go back, here, if we go back here, let's go back to the token. Another way to check it again, another way to check LP again is this. Another way to check again is this. If we go back to football stars like this, initially we will see orders, all right? Once you see orders, another way to share if LP is transferred or not is if you see orders, we see the liquidity. The first liquidity created was this. That was created was this. This was the first LP. If you click on this smart contract here, all right, if you click on it, if you scroll down, you see that there's only one transaction here. All right, this was when the LP was first created. Oh, no, sorry, this is not the LP. This happened 4 days ago, actually. This happened 4 days ago. This happened 4 days ago. Okay, that happened 4 days ago. 4 days ago. That happened 4 days ago. Okay, we don't need anything here though. We don't really need anything here. All right. Don't really need anything here. That is Pancakeswap. This is Pancakeswap address. All right, so that let's just do some examples with a fresh token. Let's see something. Here scan slash token TXNX. Let me see whether it will go. Oh god. Okay. BS token TXNS. All right, so let's just do live example apart from the FTS. All right, you can see that this is where we usually see fresh tokens that just created. If we scroll down, let's try to look for one Shalays. Okay, 25 million. This is bit cheap. All right, let's click on this bit cheap. This is a new because you can see that 50 quadrillion. All right, 50 quadrillion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's too much now. Should have at least go. It's too much though, but well, let's see how much. Let's see. So from here, let's go to orders. Let's see how much was burnt. It's too much now. They only burned 10%. Then they created liquidity pool for 79% of it. So let's see if this thing was actually is locked or has mint function. Then we'll come to write. All right. Let's see, or let's see if it also have mint function. All right, doesn't have main function and is not locked. All right, it doesn't have main function, but it is not locked. That is just the truth. Let's see if ownership is renounced. Let's see if ownership is renounced. ownership is not renounced. This is the owner's address. In fact, the easiest way to see LP, once you come to this right, if ownership is not renounced, then you will see the owner's wallet address, the deployer wallet address, the owner. If you just click on it, you can even click on it from there, ESF. Then if you take us straight to his account, then you can check the LP. Okay, no LP here. Let's go back. Let's go back first. Alright, ownership is not locked. So what we have to do, we click on this contract address, then the contract creator. Bam, it will take us here. Then we click on this. So now, no LP in his account. No LP at all. So, no LPs. No LP. Right? There is no LP. So where does the LP go? How can we trade this? Let's see. Let's click on the 20 token transactions. Let's see if we created an LP. If you see LPs, one day 16 hours. Okay, this was when it bonds tokens, right? Okay, does not have LP. No liquidity yet. Seems he has gone to the liquidity, but just to be sure, let's see if we can try to trace it, because it's kind of complicated. But from what we can see so far, there's no LP in his wallet. There's no LP. There's no liquidity there. So let me just go back, because I know he did not lock it. He did not lock it. So, and it's not in his wallet, then definitely he could have burnt the LPs. But to be on the safer side, let's try to see if we can see the LPs. Let's try to see if we can see the LPs. Holders. This is the liquidity created. Let's click on it. This is the liquidity created. And from when we click on the liquidity, you could see from here they are burning something. Let's see if it was LP they burned. Let's click on this transaction, because initially, since we can't see it in his account, then we have to trace where the LP is to see whether the LP was burnt or not. So therefore, for us to trace it, you have to click on that liquidity from the orders list and try to see this transaction to see if it is LP. If it is LP, let's see. Let's check on the transaction hash. This was the coin that was being burnt. It's not LP. Let me scroll to the last. When he first created the liquidity. Let me see. Well, there is no LP. He is not holding the LP. Since the LP has been burnt, but we just have to, if I say I should be checking it one by one from 1 to 1201 to check if he actually burned the LP, because I know between 1 to 1201 I will at least see where it sends the LPs to if it burns it. But it seems it burns the LPs. It burns the LPs. But let's see how the transactions his account performed. Let's try to see how the transactions his account performed. Let me go back. So because from what we check on his wallet, we did not see any LP there. All right, no LPs. And this is his wallet because he's the one holding 10%. This is his wallet. You can see that this is his wallet. If you check this right contract address, if you scroll down here, ownership, read rather. This is his wallet. If you click on it, right? If you check these tokens, there's no LP token here because the 20 token that is there is only one. So no LP token right here. So so these are all the transactions he did. So we have to check his wallet to see all the transactions he did. So actually, this is where we check. Since we did not see LP in his wallet, this is what we now dictate. We check the transactions to see all the transactions he did, whether he sent the LP out or not. So from here, we can see that 2 transactions were out. Okay, so let's see if he actually sent LP out to any other address or whatsoever, or he has killed and burnt the LP. Let's see these 2 things here. But these are the only transactions. Let me check this big trendy first. Let me see something. Okay, you can see that these are 3 these things, still the same thing. So let me check this first. It burnt this. These are the 2 this thing it burnt. It burnt this as well. All right, so there's no open in his account. There's no open in his account. There's no open in his account. So I wouldn't buy it though because of the higher total supply, but there's no open in his account. So let me just go back and check another coin. So definitely, if this supply was not much, if after checking the orders, right? After checking the orders, if after checking all the orders, it was holding few and no mint address from the right contract address and no maybe a renounced ownership too, which to me is not always necessary, but ownership too. Ownership is not necessary though, but at least it's still part of it if the person renounced ownership though. I would buy it because he has no LP in his account. As far as the LP holding is no LP holding showing, all right, then definitely I can still buy his coin, all right. I can still buy his coin. I can still buy his coin, but because of the total supply is too so much, so I can't buy the coin because the total supply is much. And again, the reason why we couldn't find LPs, the way they code the smart contracts, they don't code it to always resend LPs to wallet address. The one he did from here, from what I can see, is burning it. So what he's doing is, whenever you try to, what the guy is really doing is this. The way he code his own smart contracts, like I explained to you, the way he did his own is when you try to sell, maybe like 10% tax will be charged, 1 will be redistributed to all orders, and the other 5 will be burnt. That's why we are seeing 000, they are burning it. So it's not creating LP. So his own is still LD. The fact that it's not regenerating LPs. But and if it's generating LPs, does not mean that does not mean it's not good. It's just that he has to go and relock those LPs that are being sent to his account. So if he has not locked it, that is when it is now dangerous. All right. So that is just one thing about this thing. And another thing you need to be aware of again is whenever you come to this place, all right, if you see a smart contract of a coin like this now, if you copy it, all right, if you go to PooCoin, you need to go to PooCoin app, PooCoin.app, all right, you need to go to PooCoin.app. So once you go to PoolCoin.app, I want to show you something. You copy the smart contract of the address, so I want to show you something. Let PoolCoin.app load up. But before that, all right, if you come to PoolCoin.app, you don't actually need to connect your wallet though. If you paste the smart contract address here, all right, it will bring it out. Oh, we can't search. Oh, no wonder. The nigga has not provided liquidity yet. He has not provided liquidity yet. But wait. Okay, he has not provided liquidity yet. It seems he's just sending to people. He has not yet provided liquidity. That is why we can't find any LP, because I was certain that we are supposed to at least see LP in his wallet, even if it is 0 LP. He has not provided liquidity yet, but I want to show you something you should do. The fastest way to do it. But what for people on system, that is the fastest way to do it. But for people that does not have system, what we have to do is you have to copy the smart contract of the token like this. We go to token sniper. Yeah. On a very good day, if you're on laptop, you don't even need to go to token sniper. You can just go to what are they calling it? Let me just see this. PoolCoin.app and do what you want to do. Or you go to token sniper. Just go to token sniffer. Sorry for the long video. Alright, if you go to tokensniffer.com, alright, if you paste the smart contract of any token right there, if you search for it on your mobile phone like I did before, oh, didn't I copy the right? I did not copy the right token. Let me just look for another token here for you. Alright, Space Leon. Once I click on Space Leon, 15,000 orders. 15,000 orders. Let's see the order. Ah, what happened now? It's too much now. This one has scam Jari. See wallet address. It's happened. Let me go back. Kogi. I don't want to use Kogi. Kogi is this. Dogecoin Finance. Okay. Dogecoin Finance. 1,700. This one says it's too much. If you come to orders, they burn 52%. Now, this is the smart contract address here. If you copy it, let's see if we head to PoolCoin. Let's see if they provided liquidity. Okay, they provide liquidity. That's why I bring the coin out. If they did not provide liquidity, because PoolCoin app works with Pancakeswap. So if you want to check if a coin has liquidity, just come here. You can see that if they just listed the coin. The coin went up. It did times. It went up sharp from here. Then it's trying to come down now. So what I want to show you is you click on this info. All right, 48,000 market cap. That's about $7,000. Okay, so you see this place, right? Smart contracts. All right, if you click on it, now it will bring you straight to the smart contract address. On initially, if you go to pull coin out from here, you will not see the contract address. You can see that you will not see this contract address. You will not see it. You see that you will not see it. But if you go from pull coin app, to bring you straight to the contract address. All right, so what we want to check for is this thing, compiler version. All right, any contract address that you check, no matter how it's being traded, any contract address you see and you check, if the compiler has 0.5, 0.17, at least starting from 0.5. If it is not from 0.6 upward or 0.8, 0.7, and 0.5, don't buy that coin. That coin is potential scam, all right? Because it is those compiler that they use in creating scamming coin, all right? But latest compiler like 0.0, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8 does not support those scam syntax, all right, in its code. So therefore, they can't use such thing to code a smart contract like on-import contract in such a way that you will be able to buy, but you can't sell post smart all those things. They don't use the latest compiler to code such. They won't. They've corrected the flaw, so they don't allow that. So since scammer knows that they can't use those new compilers to achieve their aim of defrauding people, so they will have to go as down as using compiler that support it, which is 0.5, 0.05. So whenever you see this compiler version is 0.05, 0.05 year 17, don't buy that coin. Once you see it, don't buy that coin. Just go your way, all right? Once you check the smart contract and you see 0.05, this thing, don't buy it. Don't bother buying it, all right? Just go. Just go your way. Don't even bother buying the coin, because you buying the coin is just like you are wasting your time, all right? So once you see that they put in the compiler, you see the compiler version and you see maybe 0.517, 0.05.17, don't bother, all right? So you can use Bitcoin app to go straight there, or you can go to Token Sniper and just paste the smart contracts in the search like this, and it will bring it out for you. It will bring it out for you. Oh, why is this thing behaving this way? Michelle, you're supposed to. Why is it not showing? Why is Token Sniper behaving this way? Since their website is having issues, so I don't know why it's behaving that way. Well, I don't know why it's not seeing it yet. But that is just how to check. If you see 0.05 stop, blah blah, just don't bother. You can see what I'm talking about. 5% fee on liquidity pool locker forever. 5% auto redistributed to all Dodge holders. So the tax Q 10%. All right, 5% is regenerated as and is sent to liquidity pool to create LP token. 5% is distributed. So let's see what these people say. Let's see if it is actually true. So now let's check the holders of this coin. They burned 59%, they burned 52%, they added 6.3% to as liquidity pool. Then two. No, this is not LD. This is holding 4, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. 4, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. That is 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. What happened now? 13, almost 13 to 15%. That is what they are holding. They just distributed it among different wallets. It's still the same div that owns it. So be careful. These are the things you always check for. Is the div. Check the top 10. How much is the top 10 holding about 10%? If they are holding about 10% run, it's not really healthy at times. That is just the truth. So from here, let's see something. They bond this 52. So let's see the right contract. Let's see if it is locked, like as the div claimed. He said it is locked. Let's see if it is locked. He said LP is locked. Let's see if LP is locked truly. If LP is locked, we should be able to see lock. All right. So he's saying the truth. LP is locked truly. LP is locked. He's saying the truth. So let's see if there's a main function, because that's what we need to check for. We can't just check for the LPs alone. You have to check for the main function. All right. So LP is actually locked. Let's see if ownership is renounced. Let's see if ownership is renounced. Now ownership is renounced. All right. You can see owner 0000 dead. The ownership has been renounced, so you cannot change it. The nigga is saying the truth. Ownership has been renounced. You can see that this is a dead address. It has been changed to dead address. So what it actually means is it cannot change this 5% fee and this thing again. It can never change it again. So it remains 5% forever. But anyone that ownership is not renounced can still change it too. So he has renounced ownership, so he cannot change it again forever. So from here, since he has renounced ownership, all right, with nothing to do anymore, because this is a dead address. You can see a dead address. They are sending coins. Any coin sent to dead address, there's nothing they want to do. You can see that even Pancake sent about 130 million worth of cake to dead address, because no one have access to dead address anymore. So the nigga is saying the truth, all right. So, but let's check something out. Let's see whether he owns LP token in this, because he has locked LP token. But we want to actually see if he still has some LP token left in his account. So we click on this contract address. All right, then we see the contract creator, which is this is the wallet of this is the wallet address of the owner. You can see it's 0x956. So let's go back to confirm, just to show you that is the wallet address of the owner. If you come down to owner holders, 4.1%. Should be among this, because that is the deployer. It should be among. This is the contract creator 0.x9. If you click on it, 3 days ago transaction. So if you click on it, if you check this place, let's see if he has LP. No LP. So no LP there. No LP in his wallet account. No LP. So this is his wallet address, the address of the deployer. So no LPs, right? So no LPs at all. You can see he's holding 801 million. So what he's actually doing is he has sent out token from this place. He has sent large amount of token from this wallet. So he only has about just 801 million worth of token here. So that is why we couldn't find him in top 10. This is the deployer though, but he has moved the wallet. He has moved this token, the majority of his token here, to another new wallet. And if you see that from here, we can see that from here. You can see. Let's see. Because these are all the transactions he has done. You can see out. This is all the transactions this account has done. You can see out. You can see out. Let's see this. These are all the transactions he has done. Let me see this particular one. All right, he sent BNB to this OXD85. Let's see if OXD85 is among OXD85. Let's copy. Let me copy it. Let me just copy it, because he sent about 4.6 BNB. Because he has moved majority of the coin out of these things. He has moved all the coin, and for all this, these are pancake routers. Let me see all this. He sold coin. Imagine he sold OX9. From this is large amount of coin. So this is what I will do. This is what I will do. This video might be long. I'm very, very sorry. This is what I will do. I will copy it. I want to trace. I want to see what is going on. Whether because the deployer address is supposed to have coin in it. It's supposed to be in top 10, but he has moved a lot of coin out of that wallet, so that it won't be among top 10. So I want to check. So I want to check if where he moved send our coins to, they are if they are in top 10. Deutsch Financial, click on it. I want to see the orders. So from this, all this, I want to see if all these people are in the list of where he sent coins to. This 4%. Let's see one. UFG8. UX96. I don't want to do a long video. If I continue tracing it, I will see those wallets sent to. But the thing is, he does not have any LP. He has logged the LP, though there's no LP in his wallet. So, the coin would have been good to trade actually, but it's just that the not the top 10 orders is too. It's just so much, so they might dump on you, right?